There was one case in good old San Jose. A woman had seen something over her house. It was a big disc. And I say, how big was it? And she says, well, it was about the same size as her house. It was, just like that. And I say, well, when you went inside, you said, there was this being, and the being took you on a staircase. I say, where did the staircase go? Well, the staircase went up the side of this big round room. I say, how would you compare it to? It's, well, like a movie house, like an amphitheater. I said, that's bigger than your house. Why is the inside bigger than the outside?
Like if it exists outside of 4D, time, space, or whatever. Say this is, you have a 2D universe and this is a 3D object. If it intersects, you're just going to see a sliver of it. So you'll just see a disc.
Yes.
Edwin Abbott wrote about a 3D society interacting with a 2D plane in his late 19th century classic, Flatland. On Earth, we have the ability to move above and below sea level, east-west, and north-south. So we have 3 degrees of motion, or axes on which we can move. Say you're a fly in a box. You can move up and down, forwards and backwards, and right and left. But say that box is part of a larger hypercube, and the box part is the only part of the hypercube intersecting with our 3D plane. The hypercube would obviously be much bigger on the inside than what's represented on the outside intersecting with our visible reality. Instead of describing this phenomena myself to you, this clip from the great Carl Sagan says it all.
This cube casts a shadow. That shadow we recognize as 2 squares with their vertices connected. Now, let's take this 3-dimensional cube and project it, carry it through a 4th physical dimension. In that case, we would generate a 4-dimensional hypercube, which is also called a tesseract. I cannot show you a tesseract because I and you are trapped in 3 dimensions. But what I can show you is the shadow in 3 dimensions of a 4-dimensional hypercube or tesseract. This is it. And you can see it's 2 nested cubes, all the vertices connected by lines. And now the real tesseract in 4 dimensions would have all the lines of equal length and all the angles right angles. That's not what we see here, but that's the penalty of projection. So you see, while we cannot imagine the world of 4 dimensions, we can certainly think about it perfectly well.